Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurship Unboxed, your front row seat to the stories, struggles, and secrets behind today's most innovative startups, entrepreneurs, and investors. I'm your host, AJ. Today we have a special guest, Andrew Martinez, the mastermind behind powerful digital solutions. Andrew has transformed from a WordPress enthusiast into a powerhouse digital agency founder, helping small businesses turn their online presence into revenue-generating machines. Get ready to uncover the strategic playbooks and ZOBS mindset that drive his success. Let's unbox entrepreneurship with Andrew Martinez. Welcome to the show, Andrew. Give us the 60-second backstory on powerful digital solutions. How'd you get the idea, and what was your career before taking the entrepreneurial leap?
Oh, sure. So Powerful Digital Solutions, that is my online business. I am the owner of that. And in a nutshell, we're all about helping small business owners and other entrepreneurs establish an effective online presence. And our primary services are WordPress website development and design. And we also do website and day workshops. We offer website care plans. And we can also help clients with their content marketing, other forms of digital marketing. And we just recently added AI chatbot creation to that. And then, before that, I was actually a site supervisor, security officer at a federal office building. So in addition to watching cameras and doing rounds, I also managed a staff of about 4 other guards as well. And I did that for at least 5 years. And just long story short, my higher ups thought it was okay to increase my responsibilities without increasing my pay. So I felt it was time to make a change for the better.
Andrew, you started with affiliate marketing before moving into client work in 2014. What initially sparked your interest in digital marketing and website development?
Well, I would say, back in 2012, when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, when I was with my second fiance, there was this online course I came across called the Rapid Affiliate Income. It was by a guy named Jeff Corpus. And the main premise of the course was to basically make money with affiliate marketing, selling other people's product and services. So the course taught me how to, create a WordPress website, how to create a blog, also how to create an email marketing sequence. And without getting into all the details, the goal was to strategically place your affiliate links in the blog content and in the email content, and to compel readers to click on those links to make a purchase. And then, I remember when I was going through the process of setting up my WordPress website, like registering the domain, setting up the hosting account, and updating the name servers. I was like, wow, this is so fascinating. Everything that goes on behind the scenes in creating a website. So after I went through that rapid affiliate income, I was just looking for other courses on Udemy and other places regarding, website development and website design.
How did your early experiences with affiliate marketing shape your approach to building and scaling powerful digital solutions?
All right. Well, because I remember, like, as time went on, my ex-fiance's makeup artist needed a website. And I remember we told her how, I'm not exactly a professional. I mean, 'cause I know a few things about building a website, but it may not be as good as if you were to hire a professional. And I remember that makeup artist said that, well, you know what? Yeah, it's all good. I mean, you know more of this than I do. I mean, you're further on than I am. As long as you can build something for me, that'll be good. And that's when I basically learned how, it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not have it all down. As long as you're at least a few steps ahead of your clients, then that's what matters. I mean, as long as you're able to deliver some sort of result or outcome for your clients, I mean, that's what they're really looking for. And after I built that first website and actually got paid for my tech savviness, I was like, wow, I know this is really cool. I think I could make a full-time career out of this, a full-time business out of this. And And yeah, since then, I was kind of brainstorming different ideas, and I went to different forums, and whatnot, and I just felt that the powerful digital solutions, it had a good ring to it.
Can you describe the moment you decided to transition from being a hobbyist to taking on paying clients? What were the biggest challenges you faced during this shift?
Yeah, the biggest challenges, I remember at that time, obviously just like finding that steady stream of prospects, like a steady stream of people willing to pay me. And then whenever I did have a list of client projects to work on, just trying to maintain that work-life balance, it just seems like there are times where I was either in feast or famine. Either I was wondering where my next client project would come from, or I was overwhelmed with client projects and staying up until 2 a.m. trying to get everything done.
What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are hesitant about making their passion a full time business?
Okay, I would first say that if they currently have their daytime job, to stay at their daytime job, and before they do quit, before they do take their business full time, they want to have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. So you definitely want to have your basic necessities down, and then once we have that down, I'll say just follow your passion. Just whatever wakes you up in the morning, whatever gets you going. So I would say follow your passion, but at the same time, like don't be too quick to quit your daytime job. So just while working full time, treat your passion, treat it like a side hustle. Just really take the time to get your business down, get your clientele down, get your cash flow down, and then once you have all that down, then put in your 2 weeks notice to your employer. So that's what I would tell an aspiring entrepreneur.
You've helped many small businesses enhance their online presence. Could you share a success story that particularly stands out and fuels your passion for this work?
Well, honestly, it'd probably be the very first website I built for my makeup artist client, arterbeautymua.com. Because because I remember it was basically a testament to the fact that I can do this. I mean, I can build effective websites for other clients and get paid for it. And because I remember, she needed a place to display her portfolio, display all her past makeup work, stuff she's worked on, and because I know that's been important, like with like getting attention, like from the press and stuff like that. As I reflect on that, out of all the different websites that I've done, I can honestly say I'm the most proud of that.
What key strategies did you implement in that project, and how can other small business owners replicate them?
Okay, well, obviously, like before beginning a website or any other venture, just take the time to make a plan, to make a blueprint. 'Cause I remember with my art or beauty client, so like we took the time to figure out how her style guide would look like what her website colors will be, what her fonts will be, and like the overall look and feel she wants for her website. So so you definitely want to like establish your goals and objectives, not just before building a website, but before starting a business in general. So we definitely want to get that down. I mean, we could use the analogy of like building a house. I mean, before home builders start building a house, they're going to make a blueprint first. They're going to figure out, okay, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms is it going to have, how much of square footage are we working with, et cetera, et cetera. Because if home builder starts just building a house without the blueprint, well, it's probably not going to look right. It's probably not going to stand the test of time.
Every entrepreneur faces obstacles. What has been the most significant challenge in your journey with powerful digital solutions, and how did you overcome it?
Probably the most significant setback or challenge. Well, because back in See what year was it? 20. Because I remember at the beginning of 2021, actually hired an executive assistant from Manila to help me with some of the back end stuff of my online business. And yeah, we had a very good working relationship. I mean, yeah, she was very punctual and very organized. And like whenever I'd give her a bunch of data, she would make everything look so nice and pretty on Google Sheets. And then, yeah, in addition to helping me with the like anything of a like repetitive nature, whatnot. Yeah, her zone of genius was like video creation, video editing. So she helped with a number of client projects that involved video of some sort. And I remember it was actually just last year, February 2023, she just mysteriously disappeared. And I tried emailing her, I tried messaging her, and I even had a few other Facebook friends in the Philippines like volunteer to try to reach out to her. I had one of my Filipino Facebook friends attempt to call her, and I remember she said that it seemed like the number was disconnected. So just abruptly lose my executive assistant, that was a very difficult challenge, very difficult setback. In fact, yeah, it took me a while to mourn the loss on that. And how did I overcome that? Well, I mean, I spent some time journaling about it. I spent some time praying over it. And yeah, I went to a private place and mourned the loss. And yeah, I remember as I was journaling about this, I was trying to figure out, well, I mean, how can I see the good in this? I mean, where is the good in this? And after much reflection, I can realize how, wow, that's very sad that I lost my beloved executive assistant. Well, at least I can focus on how I can make my virtual team like even better. At least I can strategize how I can, yeah, do better when hiring a future virtual team member. So it definitely inspired me to to work on coming up with a system for hiring future team members once I'm at that point.
In hindsight, is there anything you would have done differently in that situation?
Well, I think in hindsight, yeah, I would have taken the time to, yeah, like develop some sort of system, some sort of internal process for the virtual team. So like maybe like have certain like, yeah, like standard operating procedures, have like a certain, I guess, quote unquote employee handbook. Just I would have, yeah, definitely spent more time like just just like setting the culture, setting the expectations, make sure everyone knows what's expected of them. And at the same time, maybe like have a few backup options. Maybe have at least like one or two VAs like on the bench, on standby, so to speak.
Your work spans various aspects of digital marketing, from content creation to email campaigns. What core values drive your multifaceted approach to helping clients succeed?
Well, whenever coming up, whenever working on a client's campaigns, whether it's their blogging strategy or email marketing strategy, we first have to know the client's goals and objectives, and then from there, make sure that the content I'm coming up with, I mean, like that speaks to their audience, perhaps them achieve the outcomes that they're looking for, and in general, I do like to maintain that holistic approach. Because if you go to some like freelancers websites, they'll talk about how, okay, well, I'm an expert in HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, jQuery. So if you need anything, let me know. Whereas whereas I know that most small business owners don't even know what HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, jQuery, any of these other languages are. All they really care about is like if I pay you $3,000 to build a website or help me with my email marketing, like are you gonna help me reach my goals? Am I gonna indirectly get my $3,000 back? So yeah, that's my take on it.
You're also a webmaster at your local church. How has your community involvement shaped your business practices and personal growth as an entrepreneur?
And yeah, that is correct. I am the webmaster at my local church, Reconnect Fellowship, and and yeah, I'm also a leader at my church at Reconnect Fellowship. And yeah, I just learned to just involve the Lord in every area, every aspect of my life. Because I know some people think of going to church or being a Christian, they usually limit to just their spiritual life, and they don't include it in like other areas and aspects of their life. In fact, I actually have a whole Google Doc full of proverbs and other verses like related to business and entrepreneurship. So I know, like in one biblical proverb states, like in all labor there is profit, but idle talk leads to poverty. And then there are a number of other ones I could share as well. And because I know, and another one of my favorites is, well, I don't remember it word for word, but it basically talks about like don't overwork yourself to become rich. It's definitely a reminder to me to like maintain that healthy work-life balance, and like don't take so much you're having to stay up until like 2 a.m. trying to get everything done.
What lessons from your community work have you applied to your digital agency?
Well, for one thing, I mean, like in a church, I mean, there are going to be multiple roles, and of course, we can get into the passage about spiritual gifts. How, you have teachers, you have evangelists, you have those mercy, you have those discernment, and how one person isn't meant to like have all these gifts. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of like if everyone were a teacher, but then who would be out to hitting the streets sharing the gospel? Or if everyone were a pastor, then who would be caring for the sick? So it's definitely reminded me to like be mindful of those different roles, and don't try to work on every aspect of my business by myself. But just be ready to basically be ready to play to your key strengths and outsource your weaknesses when need be.
The digital landscape is ever evolving. How do you stay current with the latest trends and technologies to ensure your clients get the best results?
Ah, yes, that is a very good question. And you're right, the digital landscape is continually changing and evolving. And I know right now, at least once a week, if not once a day, there's a new AI tool coming out somewhere. Yeah. And then robotics, that's on the rise. Because I've seen a number of YouTube videos about Sophia and Amika. There's even one YouTube video about Sophia versus Amika. And as far as how do I stay current, well, there are a few podcasts I do listen to. And one of my business coaches specializes in digital agencies like mine. His name is Josh Hall. He has a podcast called the Web Design Business. So I do listen to his episodes on a weekly basis. And then and there's at least one digital marketing podcast I listen to as well to keep on top of the latest trends. And then I'm also look out for different YouTube videos, different blog posts, just anything to help me with that. And it seems like at least once a quarter, there's usually like some sort of Facebook challenge for like agency owners like myself or other digital marketers like myself. And every now and the time I'll take part in these Facebook challenges just so I can be learning what's new. And in fact, just over this year, I saw a Facebook ad on AI chatbots and how for just a one-time fee of $49, I can be able to create unlimited chatbots and be able to apply my branding like to the bottom of the chatbot. And I remember I made the investment, and then after making the investment, I was speaking to a school community, and within that school community, yeah, there's some like lessons there about the like rise of chatbots and how like I don't remember the exact figures, but how basically like chatbots have kind of for like millions of dollars of revenue for different like e-commerce stores and other businesses. Now basically AI chatbots are on the rise. So so yeah, so I try to listen to podcasts consistently. I try to read consistently.
Can you share any upcoming trends or tools that you believe will be game changers in digital marketing?
Well, I think conversational AI, that's going to continue to rise and evolve. And when I say conversational AI, yeah, more specifically, I see more and more businesses putting AI chatbots on their website and basically treating that AI chatbot like a customer support rep. And the way these AI chatbots work is you can kind of you can think of this like if you're to, I don't know, hire a receptionist for your company. Like we'll just pretend that you have a company, you need a receptionist to like answer the phones and receive visitors. And when you hire this receptionist, when you train this receptionist, I mean, you got to come up with training materials for him or her. I mean, this person has to know like how to answer the phone, how to interact with the visitors. Like in case they ask about this, you'll tell them this, or if they ask about that, you'll tell them that. And then you might have an employee handbook as well, so that they know what's expected of them. Well, with AI chatbots, you can kind of do them like like a digital secretary or like a digital personal assistant, and like you can feed it a bunch of data like on your website or on your company, and like all the data and by data I mean like you would have like a written knowledge base for this AI chatbot. So like in case a website visitor asks a question about this how you respond. Or if they have a question about that's how you respond. And make sure you keep it somewhere between 80 characters and 100 characters. And don't sound robotic, but make sure you sound conversational, professional, friendly, and then I believe the technical term for that is a custom GPT. Because like the Chat GPT tool that a lot of people are familiar with, it's a tool that's been trained on the entire internet, basically. I mean, the entire internet is pretty much its knowledge base. Whereas with these custom GPTs or with these AI chatbots, you can actually upload like a knowledge base to them, and this knowledge base can be details about the website, details about the business, and then it'll be able to interact with website visitors in a human way. So in summary, I do see the AI chatbots becoming more and more commonplace, and actually like acting in a very human manner.
What is the biggest misconception you encounter in the digital marketing landscape?
Yeah, I think some digital marketers might be afraid that AI is going to take over their job, because I know that AI has led to many other job losses out there. But the way I see it, instead of being threatened by AI, we can actually embrace AI. Like we can actually make it our companion. Because because when I'm building WordPress websites, there's a theme by Elegant Themes called Divi I use by default. And the are you familiar with Divi? All right, awesome. So you're probably familiar with the AI tools that are embedded within the Divi theme. All right, awesome. But anyways, I've tried to create a few client web pages with the AI web page builder within that Divi. and just sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't always like use the right photos, or it doesn't always like lay out things properly. And like at and after I output a web page within the Adobe Builder, I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work. I mean, I'd be very embarrassed to show this to a client, or like whenever you're using something like ChatGPT to write a blog post. Yeah, there have been times where I'll get the output. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work. Yeah, they're going to tell that this was written by ChatGPT. Yeah, yeah, much of a gibberish. So I would say that, yeah, to my fellow digital marketers and other like digital service providers, we have nothing to worry about. I think we'll be safe now.
Looking ahead, what are your long-term goals for powerful digital solutions? How do you plan to scale your business while maintaining high-quality service?
All right, very good. So my long-term goals for powerful digital solutions. All right, well, just just in general, all in all, just continue to be innovative, to be forward thinking, just to continue to stay on top of the latest trends. Like just recently, I added an AI chatbot to my list of services. So I'm still refining my internal system and process for that. And I do currently have one online course out there about how others can create their own professional website without touching any code. And I'm actually still in the process of making updates to that to account for all the advances in AI. And then I am currently writing my first ever book, Creating Your Small Business Website, which will be about how startups and also more established business owners can use the power of AI to plan out the details of their website and basically create their quote unquote website blueprint. And as time goes on, yeah, I do foresee a number of my course students saying, Andrew, this is great content. When to come out for another course? Or some of my future readers telling me that, Andrew, yeah, that was a great book. I mean, when are you going to write another book? And then, and then, just like adding new products, adding new services. Yeah, just based on market feedback, based on validation from current prospective clients. And I've heard a number of other experts talk about how, like, even as AI and automation in general continues to advance, I mean, there's still always going to be that need for genuine connection or that need for community. So I see powerful digital solutions creating some sort of a membership, coming up with a membership that will be that'll be one of the like new future products that we come up with, and just something that will offer access to our very best content and whatnot. And because I know some digital entities out there take pride in completing like 10 or more client projects per month. And whereas with me, I'm more about quality over quantity, while other agencies might boast about completing 10 or more website projects. Yeah, I will continue to focus more on the quality of my business relationships over the quantity of my business relationship.
What's one piece of advice you wish you had received when you first started your entrepreneurial journey?
The advice I wish I would have received at the very beginning of my entrepreneur journey, well, I think if someone would have told me to, like save at least 3 to 6 months of expenses before quitting my daytime job, then also if someone would tell me to read Profit First by Mike McCollowick. Because in Profit First, it basically talks about how to like set up your business finances, like make sure you have an account for your income, for like when you send someone a Stripe invoice, that way you have a place for the money to flip from that Stripe invoice to there, and then make sure you have an account for your taxes. Have another one for profit. Have another account for this and for that. So yeah, if someone would have helped me better structure my business finances, yeah, I think that would have been a very helpful. And then also, yeah, I would have invested in some form of coaching and mentoring in general. Like if someone would tell me, "Hey, Andrew, now that you're no longer side hustle, now that you've taken your side hustle full time, yeah, you're definitely going to make these changes and adjustments. Or you'll definitely want to change your pricing. You'll definitely want to change your marketing, and et cetera, et cetera." So I think that, in conjunction with the profit first principles, yeah, that would have been very helpful in the very beginning.
How do you maintain resilience and motivation during tough times in business?
Well, I definitely like to start off each day with, yeah, time in prayer, time in meditation, and to make sure I get each day off to the right start. And then, yeah, like whenever the challenges do come, and yeah, I think like remembering why I started, because I've heard a number of experts say that how whenever you're very tempted to quit your business, remember why you started. And so, yeah, like I'll look back on past journal entries, and I'll look back on, reflect back on like past wins, past successes, and I'll remember like why I did give my 2 weeks notice back in October 12th, 2017. And yeah, that definitely keeps me going. And yeah, yeah, being an entrepreneur, you're gonna have your ups and downs, and there are times where you're probably tempted to like go back to the workforce, seeing how, yeah, at least, yeah, when I was employed, at least I had a steady paycheck, I had benefits, whatnot. Whereas as an entrepreneur, there might be some months where you're doing really well, some months you're not doing so well. But in my case, yeah, I enjoy the freedom and independence that comes from being an entrepreneur. So like if my church pastor needs me to, yeah, like come over to the church and like help with an event or help with something, like I have the time and energy to do that. And then I'll also say, like on at least a quarterly basis, definitely go on some sort of either an Airbnb getaway or like some other getaway. Definitely try to spend at least 1 or 2 nights in a like rural area, more out in nature. In fact, uh, I believe it was last year, there was actually an Airbnb place I found for like a really good price per night. And and long story short, this Airbnb host actually ended up becoming a client of mine. So yeah, just in summary, remember why you started, and yeah, just make time to go on a getaway to somewhere out in nature at least once a quarter.
If you could gift a single book to every entrepreneur in the world, which one would it be and why? What are one or two books that profoundly shaped your entrepreneurial journey and mindset?
I'll go and I'll maintain the assumption that there are probably startups maybe in the early stage of things. So assuming an early stage entrepreneur, yeah, I'll definitely recommend Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. That way they can make sure that they have their business finances like set up right from the get-go. And also I like how Michalowicz like encourages his readers to like focus on that, making that profit, and to figure out how you can reduce expenses and stuff. And then the other part was like two books that I've shaped like my thinking. Okay, and well, the first book that comes to mind is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, yeah, that book tremendously. Yeah, I'll say that book was actually responsible for like planting the entrepreneurial bug, planting that seed in me. Because I remember because I ordered it off Amazon, I did receive it, and I started reading through it. I was thinking, wow, yeah, it'd be nice if they actually taught this stuff in school. Because in school, nobody teaches about financial literacy. Nobody teaches about assets and liability. Because I love how Kiyosaki talks about, yeah, this is how the poor approach money and wealth. This is how the middle class approach money and wealth, and this is how the rich and wealthy approach money and wealth, and the importance of acquiring assets for yourself. Now, of course, when Kiyosaki talks about assets, he's usually talking about like real estate and stuff. But in the modern age, I mean, assets can also be of a digital nature. Like, for example, the book that I'm writing that will soon be published. I mean, that will be an asset. That'll be for my intellectual property. And the course that I currently have, I mean, that's like an asset from intellectual property. Or if you have an email list of at least 1,000 engaged subscribers, I mean, that's definitely an asset if you're a business owner. So yeah, that was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then another one would be probably Business Made Simple by Donald Miller. Yeah, and Donald Miller, yeah, he's a business owner and an author that I highly respect. Isn't that Business Made Simple? Because I like how he covers different aspects of running a business, like with the leadership and getting your messaging right, getting your sales strategy down, your market strategy down, how to negotiate, and et cetera, et cetera. And actually, I own a number of his other books, but the Business Made Simple, that was definitely another influential book in my entrepreneurial life.
Can you recall a moment when a failure, either yours or your parents', unexpectedly set the stage for a future success? What is the story behind your favorite failure and how did it become pivotal in your career?
Well, I mean, if I had to pick one failure, yeah, I think it would probably be when I tried adding like mobile app development to my list of services. Because I remember a few friends telling me how mobile apps are on the rise and mobile apps are going to be a rising trend, and I should consider adding mobile app development to my services. And yeah, I remember I even invested in a Udemy course on how to run a mobile app development business. And of course, it would have been nice if it like covered more details about what the process actually looks like of developing mobile app from start to finish. But yeah, but I understand that the main focus was on the business side of things. So yeah, I remember following the course's advice on like how to look for other subcontractors to add to my team. And I believe there's a guy from India that agreed to work with me. I remember I had him like on the bench, so to speak. And yeah, I remember I created a sales page on my website. I even wrote a blog post about it. And so yeah, I remember thinking to myself, all right, the next time I get someone who wants either just a mobile app or a website plus mobile app, I will be ready. And yeah, a few months go by, and yeah, I never got a single mobile app development client, or well, I did get like a handful of mobile app development prospects, but they didn't have the budget to pay for a mobile app. So I was like, well, yeah, I don't think this is gonna fly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this off my website.
Imagine you have the chance to put up a billboard in Times Square with a message for millions. What would your message be and what do you hope people take away from it?
Yeah, because I know a few summers ago, yeah, there was this summer conference in Dallas, Texas I went to that had a number of other faith-based entrepreneurs there. And I remember we did a board-breaking exercise where like we had to like write something like on the board, like something we were like, struggling with or like a limiting belief we had to overcome. And I remember on that board, like what I wrote down was like settling for good enough, because I did come to a realization at that point in time that yeah, I seem to settle for good enough in my romantic life as well as in my business life. It's like I feel like for so long I've been selling for good enough romantic prospects and selling for good enough business prospects. I remember when I finally broke the board, yeah, it was a very liberating experience, a very powerful experience for me. So, yeah, I think that would be my message on that billboard. Yeah, don't ever settle for good enough.
What bad recommendations do you hear in your professional area of expertise that you believe entrepreneurs should be wary of?
In regards to the faulty wisdom, well, 'cause I know that society in general tells you that, like, in order to be successful, you need to graduate high school with honors, you need to be able to go to college, and then find an employer, work there for 20 plus years. Oh, make sure they have a good retirement plan that we can retire comfortably after the 20 years. So, and because I know, yeah, Kiyosaki touches on that in many of his books. So, yeah, I would tell other entrepreneurs to, yeah, to refrain from doing that. Things, because I'm thinking, like, if an entrepreneur has a good day or a bad day, good month or a bad month, and maybe they might be tempted to go back to the workforce. But just keep in mind that if they do go back to the workforce, they're going to be ultimately making someone at the very top rich off their efforts, and or they might be thinking, yeah, maybe I should just go back to school, get a college degree. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself. I mean, every society does need teachers, does need doctors, and others with, like, the formal schooling, formal credentials. But basically, like, make sure you're doing, like, for the right reasons, and do it in such a way that you don't incur any student debt.
Andrew, as an entrepreneur, maintaining personal health and fitness can be as crucial as managing a business. How do you integrate fitness and well being into your busy schedule? And what impact does it have on your effectiveness as a leader?
Oh, sure, that is a very good question. And yeah, I'm a firm believer that health is wealth. And I mean, it's very hard to run a successful business if you're, like, always sick, always tired. Hmm. And as for me, I do have a membership with Planet Fitness. I do try to go there at least twice a week. Yeah, to lift weights, work with the kettlebells, and spend some time on the treadmill. And then, yeah, because I do so much sitting in front of a computer, I get occasional tightness and tension in my, like, lower back and shoulders. So I definitely like to do yoga stretching at least once a week to relieve some of that tightness and tension in my lower back and stuff. And then, in person, I do like to maintain a healthy eating habits most of the time. So I'm, yeah, real big on, yeah, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. So, like, one morning I'll have an apple for my breakfast, another morning I'll have, like, grapefruit for my breakfast, and personally I like to avoid sodas or any other sugary drinks. Like, whenever I drink coffee or tea, I drink mine black, like, no added sugars. And then, and yeah, I've noticed that whenever I go a whole week without going to the gym, that my performance slightly suffers. Like, while I might get more stuff done on my computer, or whatnot, but then again, yeah, there's also that, like, tightness and tension, that lack of energy from skipping those workouts. And then, yeah, I try to get at least 7 hours of rest each night. And then in regards to mental emotional health, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I do like to go on my Airbnb getaways at least once a quarter. In fact, there's that Airbnb in a place called Canyon Lake, Texas, that I go to. It has a beautiful view of the Texas Hill Country out the back deck. And I mean, yeah, it's definitely good for my mental, emotional, spiritual health when I go there. So, yeah, in summary, yeah, I go to Planet Fitness at least twice a week. I do yoga stretching at least once a week, and I consume plenty of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, drink my tea and coffee black, and I go to that Airbnb in the Canyon Lake area at least once a quarter.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the entrepreneurial journey of Andrew Martinez. His insights on building a successful digital agency from the ground up are not only inspiring but packed with actionable strategies for entrepreneurs at every stage. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Don't forget to share this episode with fellow entrepreneurs and business enthusiasts who can benefit from this episode. Until next time, remember, the path to success is rarely straightforward, but with passion, resilience, and a zero BS mindset, you can turn your vision into reality. I'm Ajay, signing off.